Hey guys, THUNDERSTUD here, and the day has come, the skills have been hit, Master Destiny has been hit. It's now a -1 to use this skill. Is that enough to stop this version of Desperado once and for all? Quick answer, even combined with the limits, I don't think it is. You still have plays where you're able to search or misjudge. You still have a +1 from your Cup of Ace. It still works out really well, and even with other coins, even if you can't just pump it full of Cup of Ace and head judging, there's other coin support that's pretty good, like Fiend Comedian, toss a coin and call it if you call it right, or your opponent's cards in the graveyard are removed from play immediately. All the cards in the graveyard, not even just a set amount. Very, very crazy. If you call it wrong, send a number of cards equal to the cards in your opponent's graveyard from your deck to your graveyard. So you can mill even a little, which isn't super useless, especially if you don't have a Fortress in hand, or you mill a Desperado. That'll give you search. He can special summon from the graveyard, all sorts of other things. And of course, you have Super Team Buddy Force Unite, which has synergy with the graveyard. You could bring anything else out from the graveyard if you're sitting on something like a Quarantine, just stalling your opponent. Works out pretty well. Add a couple extra slots, try to go with Countergate. It's not super intuitive with the deck, because you do usually have a monster out that you're sitting on. And then with Super Team Buddy Force, you're usually keeping monsters on the field. So not a lot of synergy with Countergate, but the idea was just to get something to give you that little +1 back that you're losing from losing your normal draw with the new Master Destiny. So like I said, it still felt strong, it still felt good. A lot of the plays still felt exactly the same. It's just a little less consistent. Maybe it was way too consistent and way too good with head judging and misjudging and Cup of Ace, so it works it out really well. I think this deck can survive the no normal summon as long as your hands are just that good. Figure out a different way to use those last two slots other than Countergate, though. Really didn't use it, really didn't come in handy too much. So there's still options to figure some stuff out with this deck. Other than that, it's still definitely viable. So if you guys are huge fans of this way to play, definitely still try it out. Figure out a way to make it your own, and you're still gonna have success. So I hope you guys enjoy, and thanks for watching. Alright, here we are facing Seto Kaiba, going first. 23 card Ultimate Dragons. We're showing a Master Destiny, 2 Desperados, 2 Machine of Fortress. That's a hand, guys. The Machine of Fortresses throw each other away, then one throws a Desperado, searching a misjudge. This was the bread and butter of the KC Cup, guys. It's just 2 Machine of Fortress and a misjudge. Absolutely crippling turn, guys. He's a Blue Eyes with 1 back row. He's not going to be able to overcome that. So we swing over the tuner with misjudge. Tries to use his 1 Karma Cut. That's all he's got. We're going to stop it with the misjudge. He can't even chain lock it with that Stone of Ancient. The Stone of Ancient happens right after that Karma Cut's negated. Then we just simply finish him off with the Fortress just chilling, and it's like they're just accessory. They're just bodies on the field, not even meant to be our lethal. It's great stuff, guys. Alright, here we are facing a Yami Yugi, going first. Let's see what our boys got first. He's using a Jinzo Sleeve and a Red Eyes Mat. That's pretty interesting. Here we have a Machine of Fortress, but we're not going to bring it out on his own merits. We're going to do it with our Super Team Buddy Force Unite if we need to. Now our opponent does nothing. We skip our draw phase because that's what you do with the new Master Destiny. He does have a Kiteroid. We don't go crazy with our Machine of Fortress because we're not trying to trigger a Master Destiny. Search is a Buster Blader, so now we know what we're facing. We're probably looking at a DNA Surgery or something down there. Now we throw away a Desperado to bring out our Machine of Fortress. That's going to cause him to use his DNA Surgery. He's not trying to get it negated. That's going to trigger us to chain our Super Team Buddy Force Unite before we all become dragons, and I can't use it. So now he's going to use another Kiteroid on that boy. We again are not going to use Destiny Draw for him. He sets a monster, uses a fusion now, but we have a Quarantine. His effect is not negated, so he couldn't summon the Destroyer. He has to settle for a Dark Paladin, and obviously Dark Paladin is no match for a Master Destiny Desperado Barrel Dragon. We hit 3, get our +1, so even if you use your Desperado Barrel Dragon with Master Destiny, that's an inherent +1 to make up for that lack of the normal draw. Here he was sitting on 2 Karibos, so he was really just waiting for that Destiny draw. We don't give it to him, we only hit him for 1700, and then everything else would be lethal as we swing. Great stuff, guys. Alright, here we are facing a Dark Signer and Colin Kessler. We're going second. No saver map for our boy over there. We're showing him Master of Destiny. See, starting off with Desperado Barrel Dragon and Fortress, which you have 3 of. It's just the same. You still get a Machine of Fortress. You still get a search of a Desperado, or sorry, a search of a Misjudging, but we get hit with Ultimate Providence, so he stops our search, mills a Mayakashi, and a Spectral Sword, so he does have a Synchro ready to go. He's going to bring out a, it was something not very good, yeah, Tengu. So all he does is simply swing over our Fortress. That's going to let us pop him with our own effect. Now we can normal summon our Quarantine, thus negating our Counter Gate. Like I said, you could probably find better use of those last 2 slots than Counter Gate. But now we top deck our Misjudge, don't have to Searcher. Our boy's gonna break our Misjudge with Head Judging. We have to negate it, but negating it doesn't really do anything. Meet him with that 1700, now he's free to use another card. He uses Dimensional Prison on the Misjudge. So obviously he understands what Misjudge is trying to do. He sets another monster. We get our Twin Barrel. We're going to try to scare him into using that back row. He's going to try to use Head Judging instead. We call it correctly at heads. We swing at him. Misses, but now we're going to go into our XCs because he didn't even have a delay. Banish that face down monster and finish him from lethal over that bluff. Great stuff, guys. Alright, here we are facing Joey Wheeler, going second. Oh, he's on a 4 win streak. So I don't know if that means he's about to rank. I mean, that would mean he'd have to be on a rank up, right? 5 win streak in any rank is a rank up, I'm pretty sure. He's using heroes. Sets a Decider into an immediate mass change. He'll get the Decider back since he did use Decider's effect. And he has favorite hero to bump him up even higher. No back row though, and we are starting off with our Cup of Ace, but we don't get a draw, so really the Cup of Ace is just evening us out with the skill, and we only have 1, so I think this was pretty much what Konami wanted. We have to top deck our Cup of Ace to have a normal starting hand, but we're gonna normal summon our Quarantine. We have a Counter Gate, so we can at least protect against Ankis if they try to go over our heads. But I don't think he does. Here he's going to go with a Polymerization, go with an Adoration straight from the hand, chooses not to use the Adoration's effect, swings right at the Quarantine. We used our Temperance because that would have been a lot of damage. Now the favorite hero is gone and won't be as much damage, but here comes the Desperado Barrel Dragon. Now we used 1 coin flip for the Cup of Ace, but we're still going to have 2 in our pocket for sure. And we cash in on him, we flip 2. That's going to be the 2 big monsters, can't chain that mass change, and Scoops doesn't even want to go through it. We have 2nd Desperado Barrel Dragon anyway, so great stuff, guys. Alright, here we are facing a Yusei, going 2nd. Let's see what our boy's got first. He's using 29 card Mark of the Dragon Head, so that is probably not a very good deck. But who knows, let's see what kind of field he builds. He sets 2. Now we have a Counter Gate, can't draw, so this is the only hand we have. It was a brick, and it stays a brick. Counter Gate obviously is protection though. So he sets another monster. We finally get another Machine of Fortress. That means some action. We swing into just some plant monster. Or no, sorry, a level warrior. Sets another monster. We get to bring out another Machina from the graveyard. Discarding a Desperado Barrel Dragon. Searching Misjudge. Now we negate 1 back row. And our boy Scoops. So as you can see, a lot of the times the hands are still just business as usual. You're just fortressing Desperado, getting your Misjudge back. She still has the skill, she's still gonna negate. You're just not drawing as many cards as you used to. You're not getting as many negates with a Misjudge and a Head Judging and 2 Cups of Ace. Is pretty out there. But I think it's still fair. I think it's still viable. and I think it can still bring you success. So if you guys want to keep trying it out, it's still going to be good. Just let me know what you guys think, and thanks for watching.